Hey, Morning Manna fam, so great to be here with you. I've really enjoyed this week as we go through what it means to have a warrior mindset by studying Psalm 144, verse 1. And I'm particularly excited to explore the piece of the verse today, Etzbeovtai lamilchama, which is, and trains my fingers for battle. So yesterday we talked about how God trains our hands for war. That's a more general context. And each of us has general callings. We're all called to love our neighbor. We're all called to honor and obey God. We're called to study His Word. We're called to forgive. Those are general callings. And as warriors, we should be competent in those general skill sets. But what David is doing here is now he's talking about specific, unique giftings. So the reason that fingers would be mentioned separately is that if you were an archer, or if your job was to, you had the spear, or maybe you had a sling, David's weapon of choice when he goes up against Goliath, it requires specific training and specific skill sets. And similarly, each of us, as warriors in the army of God, we have specific giftings and callings that God has given us. Some of you may be called to teaching. Some of you may be called to the mission field. And whatever specific, unique calling and gift mix that God gave you, you're meant to grow in it. And I would add this, you're not meant to grow that capability for your own benefit or your own glory, but rather for God's. The difference between a mercenary and a warrior is a mercenary serves their own interests for personal profit, but a warrior recognizes that the mission is bigger than themselves. And as part of God's army, we are called to glorify Him. Take care, Morning Manna fam, and I'll see you tomorrow.